Okay, today's topic ventricle of the brain. Ventricle means cavity. So, ventricle of the brain. There, how many ventricles? There are four ventricles. You know the ventricles means the interior of the brain contain a series of cavity. Ventricle of brain means it is a series of cavity. The cerebrum contains a median cavity. So median surface of the cerebrum, median surface of the cerebrum, we see the cavities. The cerebrum contain a median cavity, the third ventricle and two lateral ventricle, one on each hemisphere. Each lateral ventricle opens into the third ventricle through an interventricular foramina. The third ventricle is continuous below with the cerebral aqueduct that traverses the midbrain and opens into the fourth ventricle. The fourth ventricle is situated anteriorly to the pons and medulla oblongata and posterior to the cerebellum. It communicates inferiorly with the central canal that traverses the lower parts of the medulla oblongata and spinal cords. So, this is the introduction of the ventricle of brain and communication with each other. So, today's topic lateral ventricle. So, lateral ventricle, introduction of the lateral ventricle. Introduction, it is irregular shaped cavity in the cerebral hemisphere. There are two cavities situated one on each cerebral hemisphere. Most of the CSF is formed by the chloride plexus of the lateral ventricle. So this is the introduction of the lateral ventricle. Then location where it's situated, lateral ventricle. So both the cavities are situated in the cerebral hemisphere. There are two lateral ventricles and these two lateral ventricles are situated in the cerebral hemisphere. Then communication of the lateral ventricle. So communication, each lateral ventricle is communicate with the third ventricle through an interventricular foramina. So this interventricular foramina that is called as foramina of Monro. Both lateral ventricle communicates with each other through the third ventricle. So this is the introduction, location of the lateral ventricle. Then the parts are components of the lateral ventricle. So components of the lateral ventricle are first the central parts and there are three horns, that is the anterior horns, posterior horns and the inferior horns. So you know the location. So this is the corpus callosum. So this is the corpus callosum. Below the corpus callosum, it presents a lateral ventricles. So this area, this is lateral ventricles, and this anteriorly, the corpus callosum anteriorly it presents a. So this is the frontal lobes of the cerebrum, and this is temporal lobes. So this is the temporal lobe, this is the frontal lobes, and above it presents a parietal lobes. So this is the parietal lobes, and this is the corpus callosum. Below the corpus callosum, it presents a lateral ventricle. So this lateral ventricle, it is covered by a thin sheet, and that is called as the septum pellucidum. Here it is covers the lateral ventricle to the septum pellucidum, and below the septum pellucidum it presents this area. This is the fornix. So this is the location of the lateral ventricles. So this is the lateral ventricle, location of the lateral ventricles. Then parts of the lateral ventricles. So this is there are two lateral ventricles. So one on the right side of hemisphere, and this is the left side of hemisphere. Both these lateral ventricle join to each other. So this is it presents a third ventricles. So this is the third ventricle. It connected to each other through the interventricular foramina. So interventricular foramina or foramina of the Mendro, it connected to each lateral ventricle. So these lateral ventricle are situated in the each cerebral hemisphere. So now parts are components of the lateral ventricle. First parts, that is the central parts. So this is the central parts. So this is the central parts, and these central parts are connected to the three horns. This is the anterior horns. Then this is the posterior horns. So this is the posterior horns, and this one is the uh, inferior horns. So this is the inferior side, inferior horns. This is the central parts, and this is the anterior. So there are three horns: anterior horns, then inferior horns, then triangular shape posterior horns, and this middle area, that is the central parts. So there are central parts, it connected to the three horns: anterior horns, then posterior horns, and inferior horns. So first central parts. So central parts. So this is the this this area. This is the central parts. So central parts, where it's situated in the central parts of the lateral ventricle. So central parts of the lateral ventricle extend from the interventricular foramina in front to the splenium of the corpus callosum behind. So these central parts of the lateral ventricles, it extend to the parietal lobes. So parietal lobes. So this is the center parts. It lies in the this one is the parietal lobes. So this is the parietal lobes. These central parts, it extend to the parietal lobes. Then boundaries of the central parts of the lateral ventricle. So boundaries are roof of the roof of the lateral ventricle, it is formed by the under surface of the corpus callosum. Roof, it is formed by the above the central parts of the lateral ventricle. It presents a C-shaped structure that is called as the, so like this one. So this is the corpus callosum. So trunk trunk of the corpus callosum, it lies in the central parts of the lateral ventricle. Below the central part, trunk of the corpus callosum, it presents a area the that is the central parts of the lateral ventricle, and these central parts of the lateral ventricle above are it presents a central parts of the corpus callosum, and below, so this area, so you see this one is the C-shaped structure, that is the caudate nucleus. So this is the body of the caudate nucleus, so up to this area. So this is the body of the floor. It is formed by the body of the caudate nucleus, stria terminalis, thalamostriate vein, lateral portion of the upper surface of thalamus, chloride plexus, and upper surface of the symmetric half of the body of fornix. So these structure are formed to the floor of the central parts of the lateral ventricles. So roof, it is formed by the body or trunk of the corpus callosum. It forms the roof, and floor, it is formed by the body of the caudate nucleus, stria terminalis, thalamostriate vein, lateral portion of the upper surface of thalamus. So this structure, we see the diagram of the lateral ventricles. Lateral in इंटरनल कैप्सूल में ये कॉर्डेड न्यूक्लियस अबो रहता है और थैलेमस बिलो. In between it presents a stria terminalis, thalamostriate veins. So this structure, it forms the floor of the lateral ventricle. Then medial wall. Medial wall of the medial wall, it is medial wall, central parts of the medial wall, it is formed by the septum pellucidum. You know the covering of the lateral ventricle by the septum pellucidum. So it is a thin layer. So it is the thin layer, that is the septum pellucidum. Below the septum pellucidum, it presents a body of fornix. So medial wall of the central parts, it is formed by the septum pellucidum and body of fornix. So the central parts, it has roof, floor and medial wall. Then in the central parts, it presents a chloride fissures. So chloride fissure in the central parts of the lateral ventricle. The chloride fissure is a narrow gap between the edge of the fornix and the upper surface of the thalamus. The gap is invaginated by the chloride plexus. So these chloride plexus, it form the large amount of formation of the cerebrospinal fluids. So central parts of the lateral ventricle, it presents a chloride fissures, and these chloride fissures is a narrow gap between the edge of the fornix and the upper surface of the thalamus. This gap is invaginated by the chloride plexus. So this is the first middle portion, that is the central parts. Then In front of the central parts, it presents a anterior horns. So this is the anterior horns. So this is the anterior horns. So, and location of the anterior horns. So anterior horns, it is the part of the lateral ventricle which lies in front of the interventricular foramen, and this anterior horn, it extend into the frontal lobes. So this anterior horn, and it extend to the frontal lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. So this is the frontal lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. So anterior horn, the boundaries of the anterior horns. So there are anterior boundary, roof, floor, and medial walls. So boundaries of the anterior horns. So it present the anterior walls. So anteriorly what it presents? So this is the corpus callosum, and this corpus callosum, this is the central parts or the body of the corpus callosum. This anteriorly it presents a, so this is the genu. Anteriorly it presents genu, and it is extend downwards to the rostrum. So you know the location of the anterior horns. Then boundaries. Anterior boundary, it is formed by the posterior surface of the genu. So this location of the anterior boundary, it is formed by the posterior surface of the genu. Here it presents a genu, and below the genu, that is the, this is here it presents the rostrum. So the genu and rostrum of the corpus callosum, it form the anterior boundary of the anterior horns. Then roof of the anterior horn. Roof of the anterior horn, it is formed by the trunk of the corpus callosum. So this above the anterior horn, that is it form the roof, and roof is formed by the trunk of the corpus callosum. So this is the trunk of corpus callosum, it form the roof. Then floor. So floor means below. Here it presents the floor. Floor, it is formed by the caudate nucleus. Head of the caudate nucleus, it form the floor. Then also it is formed by the upper surface of the rostrum of the corpus callosum. Upper surface of the rostrum of corpus callosum, it form the floor. Then medially it is formed by the septum pellucidum and the column of fornix. सेंट्रल पार्ट्स में जैसा मेडियल सरफेस फॉर्म होता है, वैसी medial surface of the anterior horn, same structure, it forms the anterior horns. So this is the anterior horns. Then posterior horns. So posterior horns, so this is the posterior horns. So posterior horn, it's situated behind the, so this is the posterior horn, it is triangular in shape, and they are situated behind the central parts of the lateral ventricles. So this is the location of the posterior horns, and this posterior horn, it extends to the, here it presents a occipital lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. So this is the occipital lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. So posterior horn, This is the parts of the lateral ventricle which lies behind the splenium of the corpus callosum. So here it presents a parts of the corpus callosum. So this is corpus callosum, this one, and this behind the central parts of corpus callosum, it presents a thick parts, and that is the splenium of the corpus callosum. Below the, behind the splenium of corpus callosum, it is situated to the posterior horn and it extends into the occipital lobe. Then in the posterior horn, it forms the boundaries. So boundaries of the posterior horns are floor and medial wall, then roof and lateral walls. So floor and medial wall of the posterior horn of the lateral ventricles are bulb of the posterior horn rise by the forceps major. So you know the forceps major. Major, it is the fibers of the corpus callosum. It forms the floor and medial walls. Also, this posterior horn it extends to the occipital lobes. In the occipital lobes, it presents a calcareous sulcus. So this forceps major and the calcareous sulcus to form the floor and medial wall. Then roof and lateral walls. Roof and lateral wall, it is formed by tapetum fibers of the optic radiation. So you know the tapetum fibers. Where it's situated tapetum fibers? So tapetum fibers is the fibers of the corpus callosum and it forms the optic radiation. So the tapetum fibers of the optic radiation, it forms the roof and lateral walls. So this is there are two boundaries, floor and medial wall and roof and lateral walls. So this is the boundaries of posterior horns. Then this is the large extension of the lateral ventricle. So this is, and this is called as the inferior horns. So this is the inferior horns. So inferior horn is the largest horn of the lateral ventricle. It begins at the junction of the central parts with the posterior horn of the lateral ventricle. And this inferior horns, it extends to the, this one is the temporal lobes. So this is the temporal lobes of the cerebral hemisphere. So this inferior horn, it extends to the temporal lobes. Then in the inferior horn, it presents a boundaries. So boundaries of the inferior horns are roof and lateral walls. Roof and lateral wall, it is formed by the tapetum fibers of the corpus callosum. Then tail of the caudate nucleus. So the caudate nucleus, it has a head of the caudate nucleus, body of the caudate nucleus, and this is the this structure, this is the tail of the caudate nucleus. This is the tail of caudate nucleus. So this is the roof and lateral wall of the, also it presents a stria terminalis amygdaloid body. Then floor of the inferior horn. Floor, it is formed by the collateral sulcus. So this collateral sulcus, it presents in the temporal lobes. Also it presents medially to the hippocampus. So this is the floor and roof and lateral wall of the inferior horns. So this is the lateral ventricles. Lateral ventricles, it has a central parts and three horns: anterior horns, posterior horns, and the inferior horns. So this is the lateral ventricles. And last parts not mentioned in the books. So last parts, that is the applied anatomy. So large quantity of CSF is formed in the chloride plexus, and this CSF, it passes downwards through the third ventricle by the interventricular foramen, that is called as foramina of the Monro. So this is the interventricular foramen, and here it present the third ventricles. So this is the lateral ventricles. You have, are you understand these lateral ventricles, or you have any doubts? Excuse me.
हाँ सर.
Uh, any doubts?
No sir.
Okay.
No.
Are you understand?
Yes sir. Understand.
Okay.
Sir.
So this is the lateral ventricle asking 5 marks, and you explain all parts of the lateral ventricle, that is the central parts to उसके boundaries explain करना है. Then it has three horns. एंटीरियर हॉर्न्स के उसके लोकेशन साइड में क्या क्या रहते हैं, दैट इज द बाउंड्रीज. एंटीरियर हॉर्न्स, देन पोस्टीरियर हॉर्न एंड इंफीरियर हॉर्न्स. ये इतना पार्ट्स, थ्री हॉर्न्स एंड सेंट्रल पार्ट्स एक्सप्लेन किए, तो यू हैव गॉट 5 marks. एंड वन डायग्राम्स, लोकेशन ऑफ द लैटरल वेंट्रिकल्स का, जो थर्ड वाला जो पीडीएफ बताया था उसमें जो तीनों भी हॉर्न्स दिया है और सेंट्रल पार्ट दिया है, उसको एक्सप्लेन करना है. Isolation of the tail of caudate nucleus. The caudate nucleus are situated. So you know the tail of the caudate nucleus. So head of the caudate nucleus, it lies below the central parts of the caudate nucleus. Then body of the caudate nucleus, it lies to the uh, anterior horns of the caudate nucleus, lateral ventricles, and inferiorly it is a C-shaped caudate nucleus, and tail is below to the inferior horns. So it is a basal ganglion. Caudate nucleus, it is a basal ganglion. कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस अपन बाद में लेंगे, जब ये बेसल गैंग्लियन का दो पार्ट्स बचा है, लेंटिफॉर्म न्यूक्लियस एंड कॉर्डेट न्यूक्लियस. एनी क्वेश्चन? Okay. So today complete the lateral ventricle. मीटिंग एंड करना है अभी, या किसी को कुछ पूछना है? हेलो.
नहीं सर मीटिंग एंड कर.
हाँ, ओके.